All right, fantastic. We're doing it. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to me, welcome. My name is Emily. I'm going to lead us through a 60-minute vinyasa class. This is my husband, Colin. Our dog, Lucy, is here somewhere. There she is. Meow. You can kind of see her. And we're all going to do yoga together, and it's going to be nice. Yeah, we just got out of, I was saying on Saturday mornings, we do a little yoga study before class. I love yoga. It's like, clearly I've like drank the Kool-Aid. I'm totally obsessed. But you know, we're now going to move from like this sort of, at least for me, this more intellectual and, you know, student sort of like learning and all of that kind of like mental conversational activity now into like an embodiment practice. And we were talking about this a little bit today earlier, of just this idea of tapas, which is one of our niyamas and our 8 limbs of yoga. It's also a part of Kriya Yoga. You don't need to know anything about this to still have a great practice. But it's this idea of discipline, and the way it's really spoken of in the Yoga Sutras is definitely about like what, you know, kind of what we do here. It's about an embodiment practice. It's really just about, I want to say, getting your body right, which is, it's like, what the fuck is that? What is she talking about? What I mean is not like, you know, this idea, cookie cutter, you know, idea of our body or whatever. It's about being able to be in our body, to ground in our body, to come into relationship, right? The word yoga means union. It means relationship. It means one or more things coming, right, into connectivity. If we can't be in our body, how can we not, you know, how do we show up in relationship if we can't be embodied? Anyway, I'm watching a bunch of other people pop on. I'm so glad everyone's here. Thank you for being here. So this is about being embodied. Be gentle with that. Be curious about that. Be, you know, patient with that. And mostly today, let's just really focus on ground. Let's focus on, if we're going to focus on the body, then let's focus on that earth element and root down and breathe into it. And we're going to have a great class. All right. Cool. If you aren't already there, let's get on the mat. Have a seat. All right. And let's start just by letting your eyes open, but let your eyes sort of move away from the computer screen and just notice, right, your environment. Taking the time to just settle into where you are externally, right? And most of us are in the, you know, a place that we're in a lot. So try to just look at it with fresh eyes. Right? Notice the light, the objects. You might turn around and look behind you. Just starting to sense kind of where you are, right, in space. You might start to close your eyes down or just find a soft gaze. Move the sort of spotlight of your awareness into your seat. However you're sitting and whatever you're sitting on, just give yourself a couple breaths to feel, right, the weight of you in relationship to whatever is supporting you. Without changing your breath, notice that you're breathing. Right, so you are here as you land in yourself and your body in this place. See if you can stay with that sense, maybe the sense of the temperature on your skin or your butt on the floor. See if you can hold that in your awareness. And at the same time, just know that you're here with me too, and you're here with each other. Let us come right into this relationship, into this union with each other without losing, right, our sense of self. And we'll begin uniting with our breath. I'll invite us to do 3 breaths with each other, and the last one will Om. And if Oming isn't for you, no big deal. You can just sit and listen in silence and take a nice long exhale. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yeah, another one just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. This time for Om. Breathe in. Oh. All right. I'd like to invite Balasana, the child's pose, as our beginning posture. You're always welcome to begin in a seat or on your back if that feels like a better way for you to ground. We're going to take some time in your chosen pose to kind of settle and start our pranayama practice. So as you settle in, right, child's pose, knees out wide, big toes touch, and sink your hips nice and heavy back towards your heels. If it's accessible, rest your forehead down. You might experiment with reaching your arms out long, or maybe reach someone beside you. And however you are, again, just, right, you've shifted a little bit. So reconnect, right? Notice all the points of contact between you and the floor. And we'll start to engage Ujjayi Pranayama, a little hug at the back of your throat. Inhale through your nose. Seal your lips, exhale through your nose. And take a few rounds of that Ujjayi breath on your own. It's a vinyasa class, right? So we move vinyasa yoga, we move breath to posture, right? The breath is really the foundation of what we're doing. So as always, just come back to it, be curious about it, listen to it, right? Move with it. It's going to help you sort of tap into, right, your own sort of rhythm. It's also going to let you know, right, when you need to push, and it's going to let you know when you need to pull back. And if at any point during class, if you need rest or variation, always feel empowered to do right by you. Follow your intuition there. All right. Next couple breaths, we're going to hinge forward into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. If you're on your back or a different shape, just, right, strategize your transition. We're going to come into this neutral table pose. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Take a moment to really press your hands down and then shift back and forth a little bit. See if you can start to really sense and feel, right, the weight of your body in your hands and in your arms. Right, and then aligning right shoulders, elbows, wrists. We'll inhale into a cow pose, drop your belly and lift your gaze. Exhaling into cat pose, press into your mat, dome your shoulders and gaze back at your thighs. Inhaling cow pose, arching, right, opening into the throat. Exhaling cat, doming, pushing. Good. One more together, please. Inhaling through cow. Exhaling through cat. We'll take another 5 or so rounds of breath here just to kind of wiggle. You might find a place that feels like it wants to stretch or needs an extra breath. So you kind of go on your own path here for a little bit. Another breath or two. And then you might imagine, right, our paths all meeting up once again in that neutral tabletop position. From table pose, you can tuck your toes under, hips up and back for down dog. Just take your time here, pedal out your heels, bend your knees. Let yourself go slow enough that you can really, right, have some space to pay attention to what you're feeling. Right, our first really big inversion of class, so just take a moment to ground, right? Let it begin with your hands. Spread your palms, press your hands down. Maybe open up your eyes for a moment. Let your vision just orient to your surroundings as you are upside down. You're taking a different perspective. You feel your breath. Nice generous bend in your knees for a moment. Relax your hamstrings. Let your tailbone lift high up and back. Relax your head and neck, and then maybe gently drop your heels back down to the floor. All right, listen here. Inhale, right leg kicks up, three-legged dog. Exhale, scorpion dog. Bend your knees, sole of your foot comes in. Just a breath or two. Maybe explore the space behind you. Reach your toes into it. Maybe bend your knee, right? Just take a little movement. And then we'll inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, but step it all the way through to a low lunge. We're going to bring the right foot all the way forward. I know it's very early in class to do this action, so just give yourself a moment to land. Find that support so you're in a nice long, low lunge with your right foot forward. Inhale is the cow lunge. Dip your back knee, lift your chest. Exhale is the cat lunge. Press your hips up and back. Work towards straightening the legs. They may not get all the way straight, and round your spine. 2 breaths, Ujjayi. Inhale, cow lunge one more time. Pause. Look at your right foot and look at the space next to it. Take a breath in. Exhale, left foot steps up to meet the right for a forward fold at the top of your mat. Ragdoll. Spread your feet hip width distance, maybe a little bit wider. Nice generous bend in your knees. Let your upper body hang nice and heavy. Give yourself a few breaths. Take one more breath in. Good. Exhale, release your hands down and toe heel your feet a little bit closer together. They don't need to touch, just a little bit. Good. Bend your knees, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Good. Exhale, plant your hands and step back for Dandasana. Looks like the top of a push-up, a plank pose, and then immediately lower all the way down onto the belly, setting up for 3 rounds of Bhujangasana, the Cobra Pose. Bring your legs together to touch. Press the tops of your feet down, right? Rooted through your legs. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest, and pause on this first one. Pause to let this action come from your back and your spine, right? Feel your sternum, right? Sort of your heart space pull forward and then up. One more breath in. Good. Exhale to lower. We'll flow it twice more with breath. Inhale, cobra, lift. Exhale to lower. Keep pressing through your legs. Inhale to lift. Good. Exhale to lower. Inhale back up through table pose, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ujjayi, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, left leg kicks up. Exhale, scorpion dog. Bend your knee. Again, a moment here just to kind of explore, right? Seeing if you can kind of feel your left foot in space. Explore the space while at the same time remaining rooted, right? The ground underneath your hands. One more breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, step it all the way through, low lunge, left foot forward, let this side be different, help it forward if it needs it. Inhale is the cow lunge, dipping the knee, lifting the chest. Exhaling, cat lunge, hips up and back, and again, a couple breaths here on your own, just to feel, right? Where does the pose start to push back on you, right? And is it pushing back through sensation? Where is the sensation? Is it pushing back mentally, right? Energetically, all of those things happen. So just noticing what it is. Inhale for cow lunge one more time and pause. Look at that empty space right next to your left foot, right? Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold, right foot steps up to meet the left. Ragdoll Uttanasana one more time. You're welcome to take any arm variations or anything like that that you might like. I am going to cue us into a bind later. So if you want to interlace your fingers behind your back here and take some shoulder expansion and prep for that, you might choose to do that. One more breath in. Good. Exhale, release your hands down, and then toe heel your feet to touch or thereabouts, however you like for sun salutations. Right? Bending your knees generously here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Again, bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Halfway, breathe in. Exhale to fold. One more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. And keep that bend in your knees. Take a few breaths here just to unfurl, right? Root to rise. We're going to come up to standing. Let yourself kind of feel that transition. Might come with a little head rush, right? Or a little sense of like up energy. You are moving up. So just take a moment to wiggle your toes, give yourself a breath, settle. Samastitihi. Equal on all sides standing pose, right? Take a moment here just to maybe bring your arms long beside you. Maybe bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. We'll take a little space here just to gently, right, validate whatever's showing up for you, right? Physically, what is the felt sense of your body? What do you notice? Right? Often we come here for very physical reasons, but definitely what we practice with is a lot of energy, often a lot of emotional tone or mental activities. So just a moment to kind of notice how you feel, right? What does the invisible aspects of you look like today? How are they expressing? Right? And as always, this is the yoga, right? This is the asana, this willingness to turn toward, to be with, to sense into. This is what I mean when I said earlier, like, get your body right. Like, I didn't mean it like that. I mean it like, get in your body. Get in your body, right? Trust it. Can you just open a little bit of space here for curiosity? What does it have to say to you today? Ground it. And of course, if you have intention, set it, right? Our physiology, our movement, our tissues move towards our intentions the same way a plant moves towards the sun. So just remind yourself why you're here. Right? And just meet it all with a big breath in and a breath out. All right, relax your arms down by your sides, flutter your eyes open. We'll start flowing sun salutations. Inhale is Urdhva Hastasana, the arms up pose. Good, exhale to fold, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips here. Always okay to bend your knees. Inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back for Dandasana, the high plank pose. Looks like top of a push-up, right? So option to go all the way down to your belly like we did for Cobra, or this time, give it a breath. Inhale, shift forward to your toes. Exhale, lower down just halfway, elbows in, Chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog or Cobra. Flip your toes, pull your heart forward and up, and then press. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal it out. Take a couple breaths here on your own. Right, you might feel just even in that first sun salutation, right, that wave of activity, right, that heat, that heart rate, maybe a little whoosh, right? Breathe into that, ground it down. It's normal, right? Our body, we can be activated and pushed without becoming overwhelmed. Continue to kind of check in with that today, right? Study the earth underneath your hands. We're going to flow it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga, right? Your version, always okay to skip these. Inhale is up dog or Cobra if you're taking it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in to look forward. Where are you going? Exhale, go there, step, hop, or float. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Exhale, press, hips up and back, down dog. 2 breaths on your own. All right, I'm gonna start to build a little heat here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, stand up. Exhale, sit back for a fierce pose and pause. And yeah, you can bring your hands to your heart maybe here on this first one. So we can just really focus on this squat, right? Weight in your heels, let your booty sit back and low, and encourage you very much to let your back bend, right? To kind of let your tail flare out and lift your chest, right? From here, go ahead and interlace all 10 fingers behind your back. Kind of pull your fist down, see if that helps you find a little bit more space for the sternum. You might come onto your tippy toes, right? Practice your balance. You might come up and then come down. We're here just for 3. Forward fold with the chest expansion in 2 and 1. Drop your heels, bow forward, rinse out the shoulders. Oh. All right, as you're ready, release your bind. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back to low lunge. Good. Back heel down about 45 degrees. We're going to set up for warrior 1, right? Inhale, lift your chest, arms up, Virabhadrasana, and just pause, right? Yeah, settle in. You might want to widen your stance or shorten it. As always, I just encourage us not to walk on a tightrope here. Give yourself a little space. Imagine you at least want your feet underneath your hips and really press through that back leg, right? Feel that beautiful, right, kind of curve of your lower spine. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, frame your right foot. Listen here. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Right leg kicks up. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Hinge forward, shoulders over wrist. This time, inhale, right leg kicks up. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, right? Cross the body to twist. Inhale, right leg kicks up. Option to keep it lifted. Exhale, chaturanga. Look forward, shift forward, bend just your elbows. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up. Exhale, sit back, fierce pose. Option to stay or interlace all 10 fingers behind your back. Option to stay or spike your heels and breathe. We're here for 3. Forward fold in 2 and 1. Forward fold, rinse your shoulders. Good. Release the bind. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Right leg steps back. Low lunge, right? Warrior 1. Back heel down, right? That 45 degrees or so. And then lift your chest. Breathe in. Maybe reach your arms up and just pause. Right? Sometimes if you want to bring your arms down, just actually bringing your hands to your own hips can kind of help you sort of give yourself that assist, right, of just feeling, right, the left thigh bone pull back in space, right, the right hip kind of rolls forward, right. This is action based, not destination based. So just feel yourself sort of press here, feeling the right hip pull forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge, plant your hands. Inhale, left leg kicks up. Here we go. Inhale, left knee, left tricep, or exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, left leg kicks up. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Oh, I know. Inhale, left leg up. Option to keep it lifted. Exhale, chaturanga. Look forward, shift forward, just bending the elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Open mouth, HA. This time like a lion. Breathe in. Stick your tongue out. Ujjayi. Breathe in. Ujjayi, breath out. All right. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, bend your knees, sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. And then right away, exhale to fold. Uttanasana, ride the breath back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, left leg steps back. Low lunge, right? Back heel down. Inhale, warrior 1. Lift your chest. Good. Exhale is warrior two to the back of your mat. So it's a little bit of a fancy transition. Yes, Colin did a wonderful job. Thank you for demoing. But you know, it's the type of transition where I would probably need to use my eyes, at least at first. And for a lot of us, warrior two, we're going to be able to take up more distance in our lunge than we are in warrior one. So just let yourself settle in and find the pose. Take up some space, right? Warm up into your joint a little bit, maybe bend in and out of your knee, but then press nice and strong right into your back leg, right? That fierce focus over your left middle finger, right? So you're at the back of your mat now. Keep your legs in this variation, this lunge. Upper body, inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Just a moment to let the left rib cage fan open. Imagine you want to touch the ceiling and then the back wall. We'll give it one more breath in. Exhale, side angle, left arm down, right arm up, and pause. You might bring your elbow to your knee or press your arm and your leg together, right? Any variation is fine. Let's just work on this twist here, letting the right rib cage and shoulder kind of reach up and open towards the ceiling. All right, we'll inhale for a reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg, reach back and up. And then exhale for Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. And let's take a couple breaths here. You might shake out your head or lunge or twist. Again, let yourself kind of go on your own path. We'll all meet up again in just a moment. Another, let's say 5 or so breaths here. All right, if you're in a variation, take your time. Let's meet our friends in Prasarita. And give at least a little bend of the knees here. We're gonna find a half lift, so lengthen your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat, right? So you're again at the back of the mat and the left foot is forward. Right hand is gonna stay rooted. Inhale your left arm up to twist, and we're gonna pause here. We're gonna kind of work into this pose a couple more times during class. And there's many ways to do it. You can do it like this. You could come down to your back knee, right? However you want to do it, focus on your spine here. Bring a little engagement into your belly. We haven't really talked about bandha today, so navel pulls up and in, and just really focus on the twist. Right? If this feels like enough, stay, or right hand is your base. Roll onto the right edge of your foot, and then come into Vashisthasana, the side plank. And of course, many ways to practice this. Colin is doing a very fancy version of it. You may not be doing that, and that is okay. You can come down to your forearm or your knee, right? All ways are good. Let's take one more breath in. You got it. Exhale, chaturanga, flow vinyasa, or just skip it and press back to down dog. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, pedal it out. Take a couple breaths. We're gonna flow that exact same series, vinyasa, breath to posture, and we're gonna do it again on the right side. So you've already done all the poses on the right, your body's prepped, ready to do it, and now we're gonna flow it, right, breath to posture on the right. So I'll do my best to cue it properly, but just keep your ears open. Here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rooted through your feet. Inhale, Utkatasana, the fierce pose. Sit low, reach up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, left leg steps back. Low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Good. Exhale, warrior two, turn all the way around. So now you're back at the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten the front leg, reach back. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Right? No break, just right away. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front of the mat. So the left foot is forward, right hand stays rooted. Inhale, open twist or Vashisthasana, your choice. Just choose where you're going, go there, breathe it in. Yes, exhale, chaturanga. Nice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, right? 2 breaths here. Again, just feel it. Let that sort of wave of activity, of activation, that's your sympathetic nervous system, right? So we want the heart rate to come up. We want all of those sensations to come up, right? But let yourself be with it without being overwhelmed. See if you can ground, take a breath, and of course, rest, right? Rest when you need to rest. All right, we're gonna do all that on the left. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, the fierce pose. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg steps back. Low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Good, and here's our fancy transition. Exhale, warrior two to the back, right? And just let yourself sort of find it on this side. Settle in, maybe bend in and out of your front knee. Good. That external rotation of the right thigh bone. Imagine inviting your right knee over your right pinky toe. Right? Stay in the lunge. Inhale, reverse. Left arm down, right arm up. Nice deep breath here. You're touching the ceiling, then the back wall. Breathe in. Exhale, side angle. Right arm down, left arm up. Okay. Again, you still have that big, beautiful open wingspan, but really try to feel this twist. Left rib cage pulls up and open. Right. Reverse triangle. Breathe in. Straighten your leg. Reach up and back. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Right away, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the back, to the back, to the back, to the back, to the back of the mat. Left hand stays rooted there. Reach your right arm up and open and pause. Good. And just give yourself a couple breaths. Twisting, feel what you're asking your body to do. Maybe take a different variation. Maybe press so hard into the left hand. Like let the earth do this pose just as much as you are. Let it hold you. Press so much into it. You roll onto the outer edge of the left foot and let your right leg stack. Right. And as always, if you fall, you want to know what? You're not going to go that far. And the earth is right there and she's going to catch you no matter what. You've got this. Keep pushing. We're here for 3. Chaturanga in 2 and 1. Flow vinyasa or just skip it. Awesome job. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Fantastic. Take a breath in and a breath out. All right, we're gonna flow that now. Breath to posture, right? Here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands. Right leg steps back, low lunge, right? So left foot is forward. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, warrior two, turn all the way around to the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge to the front of the mat. Left hand stays rooted. Inhale, open twist or Vashisthasana, right? Just go for it, whatever you're going for. Breathe it in. Exhale, Chaturanga, flow that vinyasa or skip it. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Open mouth, HA. Like a lion and like you mean it. Breathe in. Stick your tongue out. Ujjayi. Ujjayi. All right, last standing series, and then we're on the ground. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, plant your hands. Left leg steps back, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Good, and pause. From warrior one, I'm gonna invite you to take an eagle arm. So bring your left arm underneath your right, and then you might give yourself a bear hug here, or you might bind your arms in your hands. You can, any variation, just we're kind of working to keep the elbows lifted here, right? So you could stay here for the next couple poses or just play. Feel the earth underneath your right foot. That's your base. Full eagle. kick your left leg up and over and see if you can find that wrap. Oh my God, me and Colin just did that so well. It was like a fucking video. It is a video. Anyway, but just find your wrap. You might keep both feet on the ground. I comment on that because it never fucking happens like that. That's a tough transition. So if you have to wobble your way into it, fine. You're always welcome to keep both feet solid on the ground. We're going to stay just for 3, right? 1-legged Tadasana and 2, and 1, unravel, 1-legged Tadasana. Take a breath. You're balancing on your right leg here. Find that focus. Stay or full Dikasana, right? Hinge on your right hip, kick your left leg way back behind you, really extend it back, shoulder blades squeeze together for 3. Warrior 1 and 2, and 1, step way back. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle and pause. Option today to bind. Bring your right arm behind you, maybe grab your hip crease or your t-shirt. You might interlace your fingers underneath your left thigh, right? You might use a strap here. If you're a birds of paradise person, I'm gonna say if you can do it in maybe under 5 breaths, go for it. But really, I just wanted to focus on the bind. Keep that right shoulder pulling back and then push back up against that intensity with your breath. Imagine all of that heat. Imagine the earth just absorbing it. Breathe, right? We're here for 3. Reverse triangle in 2 and 1. Inhale, reverse triangle, release up and back. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. All right, it's different. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. So go back to the front. So the right foot is forward. All right, last push here. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg kicks up. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, and pause. Kick your right leg out. Use it as a kickstand. Right hand is your base. Inhale, fallen star. Left arm reaches up and open, right? Breathe into it. Again, keep pushing, right? Imagine the earth is pushing back on you. Stay with it for 3. Hands down in 2 and 1. Root your palms with your breath. Inhale, right leg kicks up. Option to keep it lifted. Exhale, chaturanga, or skip it and meet us in down dog. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. That is the tapas, friends. Like that is what it is. Give it a breath. Another way to think about tapas in Sanskrit, you know, is really about alchemy. Like it sometimes translates to heat, and that's what, you know, alchemy is. It's that heat of transformation. Remember that burn that you might be feeling, that's what change feels like. You can do this. We're going to do it one more side. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg steps back. Low lunge. Inhale, warrior 1. Reach up and breathe. And again, just to make sure your left foot is forward, we're going to do this on the left. So left foot is forward. This time, eagle arms on the right. Right arm underneath the left. Maybe palms touch or grab your shoulders. Find that little lift of your elbows. Take that nice good stretch through your back. You can stay here for the next couple poses. Otherwise, feel the ground underneath your left foot. It's got you, right? Go for it. Kick up. Maybe find that wrap. Right leg over, right? Maybe wobble, maybe fall. That's okay. Take your time. Remember, the intention here is compression. So squeeze and let your breath push up against it. Just for 3. 1-legged in 2 and 1. Unravel. 1-legged. Take a couple breaths to calibrate. And sometimes it's helpful to know where you're going. Right, we're going to Dikasana. So you're going to feel that hinge there on your hip. Kick your right leg way back. Bring your arms behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together for 3. Warrior 1 and 2 and 1. Step back. Inhale, warrior 1. Yes, exhale, warrior 2 to the back. Inhale, reverse. Take that breath in. Exhale, side angle and breathe. Option to be here, option for a half bind. Left arm comes behind you, grab your shirt or your hip. Maybe you take that full bind, interlacing your fingers, right? Find your version, find the ground. Ujjayi. Just for 3. Reverse triangle into. And 1, binds, release. Take a breath, reach up and back. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge to the front. So the left foot, right, is forward. Okay, last little push here. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Left leg kicks up. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, left leg kicks up. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, and pause. Maybe extend your left leg out. Use it as a kickstand, right? Left hand is your base. Push so hard, right? Reach your right arm up and open. Keep breathing. Notice where you're connected to the earth. Pour all of your awareness there, just for 3. Hands down in 2. And 1, hands down. Let the breath guide you. Inhale, 3-legged, left leg lifts. Exhale, chaturanga. Last one. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, HA. All right, inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Belly down, Shavasana. Let's take like 5 breaths. This would also be a good place to grab a little water or anything like that if you need it. All right, I'm gonna set up just for a couple back bends. These, I do this a lot in class, so if this is repeat for you, sorry. But I think it's important, especially if anyone was new in class, to kind of have a little bit of understanding of the intention, because these poses can be really triggering. When we do any back bend, we compress our kidneys, and often that will also sort of compress, right, our adrenal glands and give us a little bit of that sympathetic nervous system, a little bit of that fight flight sensation. So your heart rate might kick on a little bit, or you might start to feel hot, or things like that. And what's important to understand is that that response in your body is healthy and it's natural and it's normal and it's important. But often when we have a lot of dysregulation in our system, which all of us have to some point, so it's okay, is that when we meet those uncomfortable sensations, we immediately tip over into overwhelm. We think there's something wrong with us, or it might induce more sort of anxiety. So what we can really benefit from here in any of our yoga poses really, but especially in a series like the one we're about to do, is we're just going to gently push on that activation. And then when we come out of it, we're going to stay present and conscious and feel our system ground. So remember, it's not about always feeling good all the time or always feeling chill all the time. It's about learning how to go back and forth, right? It's learning about how to sort of be that movement between those polarities, right? So let's feel it in our bodies. Let's start with Cobra Pose. We've already done it. Let's do it again. Bring your legs together to touch, press your feet down, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and just take a moment here to kind of remember you're going to do this with your back, right? So press through your legs, inhale, Bhujangasana, lift your head, neck, and chest, and breathe, right? And we're going to say just a couple breaths. Let that heat, that compression in your back kind of build, right? Let's take one more breath in. Then exhale to lower. And do your best just to not really fidget away the sensation. See if you can just kind of notice what that feels like for you. What does the energy in your body feel like as you come out of the pose? I think the Cobra Pose is also just anatomically one of the most intelligent poses we can practice because it's so good for our spine. So if that felt like a good place for you to stay, if you want to do a few more rounds of Cobra, yeah, that would be a great way to spend the next few poses. You want to push a little bit into that back bending, bring your chin back to center, and then interlace your fingers behind your back. Okay, we're going to work into a Bound Locust. So from here, inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest, lift your hands. Then exhale, see if you can kick your legs up, right? Lengthen and kick. And it's a lot. You're lifting your entire back body up with your spine, right? It's not an easy thing. Stay with it. One more breath in. And then exhale to lower. Good. And again, let yourself just sort of feel the ground underneath you. Okay. So maybe that felt like enough, right? You can stay there. You can stay in Belly Down Shavasana. Minakuas into Dhanurasana, the full bow pose. Okay, so chin back to center, bend your knees, grab for the outsides of your feet. I always think this is kind of a nice place just to take a quad stretch. So if you wanted to chill here, you could, or inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, kick your feet into your hands and come on up, right on the soft part of your belly. Stay with it. It's a big sensation. Yes, it is, right? You can do it, right? One more, breathe in. And then exhale to lower. Again, just like a freaking cosmic surfer, right? Let your consciousness just ride. Let it just ride that sensation. And let's just see what happens next. And just notice how it changes. Awesome. I'm looking at Colin. It looks like he might just need to stay in belly down Shavasana. If you need to stay in belly down Shavasana, you can. Otherwise, use your hands. Let's press up. We're going to have a seat and take a couple forward bends just to counteract that back bending. Start with Pashimotonasana, seated forward fold. Legs out long. You can use your hands to move your butt out from underneath you. It would be amazing if somebody could actually take their butt and then like move it all the way out to, just a bit, you know what I mean? You're just scooching your glutes back. Take a breath in to reach up. Exhale, fold forward. And take a few breaths here. Great work today. A little bit of a burner, I'm sure. It's cold though. It's cold in our apartment. I feel like we're getting into that type of the year where I remember why I have such a romance with power vinyasa. Us Northwest babies love our power flows. Let's go ahead and lift the chest up. Bring your legs, Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. And again, maybe just re-scooch. And then gently, let's roll forward here. Might feel good to kind of focus your breath into your back body. All right, and start to lift your chest up. We're gonna come all the way onto the back. You can bring your legs up the wall. Yeah, and you might use your hands here for support behind your knees. You can bend your knees a little bit. We'll stay here. You are near an actual wall, and this is like your favorite thing ever. You might just want to go to the wall. I'm going to cue a plow pose though. So as you're ready, right, you can bring your hips up and over your shoulders. Maybe the toes touch the floor behind you, maybe not. You can use your hands here as support at your lower back. And so we did all of that really deep back bending, right? Especially like if you took a bow pose or something. Now we're doing like the deepest forward bend we can do. So you're really like pushing the edges, right, of the flexion and extension of your vertebrae here. So just nice and gentle. For those of you in plow, just breathe easy. Try to keep your neck still. You might want to practice a shoulder stand, bend your elbows, palms to your lower back. You can float your feet up to the ceiling, maybe do a little dance, wiggle your toes. All right, shoulder stands, plows, nice and easy. Start to gently roll one vertebrae at a time. Down. Ananda Balasana, the happy baby pose. Bend your knees, grab for the insides or the outsides of the feet. Take just a couple breaths here. All right. And then knees bent, soles of the feet flat to the floor, right ankle to your left knee for supine pigeon. You can invite your left leg as close in towards your body as you like. Encourage you to just very much give your spine and your head permission to relax. And then from here, we're going to work into an eagle-legged supine twist. So right leg all the way up and over your left leg eagle, right? You can just kind of cross your legs. Some of you might bind them. And then you can drop your knees over to the left. Head and neck, you might look over to your right shoulder. Okay, so if this is not happening for whatever reason, if your joints don't like it, just stack your knees and do like more of a traditional supine twist. But mostly here, we just want to let the hips, right, be working in a different direction than the shoulders. Two more breaths. All right, start to unravel, come back through center. If you want to take another happy baby pose or anything else in between sides, go for it. Sometimes it just feels good to rock side to side or kick or shake. Yes. All right, supine figure four on the other side. This time the left ankle is going to come to the right knee. You can stay with that breath practice. I think probably the most important thing we can give our movement practice is our attention, right? Just letting your curiosity stay within the parameter of your mat, maybe in the parameter of your body for a moment. Just recheck in, notice how things feel. All right, you can gently wrap the left leg all the way over the right. And maybe try out that eagle leg supine twist here. Drop your knees over to the right. Again, if the side doesn't want to work this way, take a different variation. Rarely are things perfectly symmetrical from side to side, so be open to the differences. All right, you can unravel, come back through center, full Apanasana, wrap your arms around your shins, maybe crawl up into that nice tight little ball. One last time, let's take a full breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Give yourself a moment to just lay out long. All right. And as you settle into your final resting pose, right, even though maybe we're not working with the heat and the discipline of Virabhadrasana or Utkatasana, see if you can give yourself permission to focus a little bit of your discipline here just on staying present, right? For the next minute or so, just allowing yourself to feel the rise and fall of your body with your breath without forcing your breath or doing anything like that. See if you can just really feel into the movement of your breath. I was studying something just a couple days ago and I learned that the rib cage has 80 joints. You heard me right. 80. There's 80 joints in your rib cage. And all of those joints, all of those places of connectivity exist so you can breathe. So just noticing, right? Seeing if like right, like an investigator, seeing if you can just kind of feel each rib, your sternum. And we'll stay just a couple more minutes. I'm going to call us up and out when it's time. And if you have more time, of course, please take more time. If you're ready to transition out of class, find a nice deep breath. You might open your eyes or just become a little bit more aware of your environment. And we'll take about 3 or so breaths here. You can kind of strategize for yourself how you want to push yourself into a seat, maybe rock or roll, or maybe just don't. All right. And again, from a seat, let's start just by return to the felt sense of your own body in contact with ground. I'll invite you to fold your hands together at heart center, Anjali Mudra, and gently gaze down at the ground or close your eyes. But as you sense right into your own self, your own body, open up your mind's eye, your imagination, your heart to each other. And let's just imagine that we're all sitting in a circle together. And just take this moment of appreciation for taking the time to come and practice in community in this way, for doing something radical, right? For doing something super awesome for your body, for being curious about your body, for believing in your body, for trusting your body, right? For just even being willing to turn towards and come into a new, maybe, relationship with your body. We bring our hands together at heart like this in symbolism of non-dualism, right? This idea that oppositional forces can and do come together at the center of the heart, left and right, above and below, beginning and end, you and me. Moment just to honor truth in all things, all beings, and all experiences. We'll lift our thumbs to the third eye center, connecting the language of heart to mind, and bow towards yourself and towards each other. Om Shanti, Om peace, peace, peace. All right, thank you, Colin. Colin is obviously a really great person, but I do feel really, really lucky that I have a body to demo those poses, because it's really hard to cue and do the flow at the same time. And I also know that he hates Warrior One, and he did a bunch of them. So thanks, Colin. Appreciate you guys. You're so awesome. What a beautiful group of folks. Reach out if you have any questions, if you need support in any way. I am here to support your practice. If you need to know anything about posers or me or my teachers or anything like that, please never hesitate to contact me. I am super easy to find. I'm going to put my Venmo in the chat. Posers is a pay what you can yoga community. Always has been since 2014, just saying. Been rocking the sort of anti-capitalist for a long time, feeling really proud about the decisions I've made in my adult life. And yeah, so just know that this is truly your donation, support me and support the community. So thank you so much. I love Saturdays. I love yoga study so much. I love asana so much. Come be a part of it. Just all you got to do is just show up. And remember that you're always welcome here. Our suggestion is 10 to 25. You're always welcome, no matter what, okay? You should never feel like you can't participate, especially in a yoga community, because you don't have the funds, okay? So just always feel like, well, I only have $5. That's fine. I don't have any money today. That's fine. Like, I don't need to break this down for anybody, but just what's most important is your participation and your sense of generosity, right? So thank you so much for being here. Ashley, really good to see you. Thanks for hanging out for 2 hours with me today. Yeah, some of you haven't seen in a long time, so I just appreciate it. All right, thanks Megan, thanks Alicia, Meg, Tiffany's here. Happy belated birthday, Tiffany. You're so awesome. We love you. All right. Yes. Bye Carla. Bye Venus. See you guys. Bye Veronica.